What up, guys? I'm gonna teach you guys how to lower your shocks for doing the Mama Monster application. So what you're gonna want to start with is take your little shock, and if you have little spacers in it, take them out. So just pull back the spring and take out these little cups, and just set the spring and the little cups to a side along with this little thing, and then set that aside, and do the same thing with this one. Okay, then now just open up the shock cap and have a little pan so you can put your shock oil in it and just dump it all in. So just clean it out really good. Okay, and then just set it to the side and do that same exact thing with this one. Now this is the same exact process for your fronts or rears. It is all different according to your truck, so this isn't the same process for all trucks. Okay, once you have that, then just set it to the side. So then I'm gonna take a Q-tip and just clean it out. So just clean it out, make sure there's not that much oil in it. There's gonna be a lot of oil still in it. Just try to clean it out as best as you can, and then you just set that to the side. Do the same thing to this one. Clean out all the shock oil, push it up, clean up that little piston right there, and that's really it. So now take your needle nose and get some foam of some kind and just take it and do it like a bend like that. And what you're gonna do after that is just twist off this little eyelet. Wow, really surprised I did that with my hand. I thought I had to go get some tools or something. Just twist this little eyelet off. It takes a little bit. Okay, just clean that off. And then what you're gonna do is just push that right through. Take that and take your little Q-tip, clean it off. Like I said, it's gonna be really, really oily. And then take these little tiny plastic things. They come with your big bore shocks or any kind of shock you have. I don't know what they're for, but I'm gonna use them. So I'm gonna put 2 spacers on one, and then I'm gonna use nitro tubing fuel line to top it off, and then I'm gonna take this, push it through, and then pull it, and bam, that's done. Then I'm gonna set that aside and go on to this one. So I'm just gonna unscrew that and show you after I'm done. Alright, I did accidentally skip a step. All I did is just screw on these little eyelet things. It wasn't that hard, you just screw it back on. So now, as you can see, it's way shorter. Zoom in on that. Actually, let me make sure. You guys can't even see, I gotta zoom back in. I'm sorry, guys. Alright, there's an up close view. So, and I did it on both of them, so they're a lot short. One's longer than the other. Oh well, doesn't really matter. Can't really see it. So now, what you're gonna do is just take your shock oil. I'm gonna use 80 weight because I'm using it for on-road use. If you're lowering it for like a short course truck, probably want to use like 50 or 40 weight. But on-road use, 90 to 80. And like I said, I'm using 80 weight. So just fill it up all the way to the top and just work it in. I'm sure a lot of you guys know how to fill shocks, so I'm not going into anything drastic. So then after that, it's filled up to the top. I'm going to take the shock cap and just screw it right back on. And guys, this is it. That's all you need to do. It's completely done. So now, all you really need to do is put on this little ring thing right here. Push that down. Take your spring. Now your springs are going to be pretty tight. I mean, look how much is left over on that. So you need to pull it down really tight. Oh man, it's really hard to do. Alright. And it's pushed down. And those things are stiff. Those things are lowered. And you just do the same thing to the other one. Fill it up. Like I said, it's not that hard. But if you guys have any questions, just please leave them in the description below, and I'll answer them as soon as I see them on my phone. And that is a promise. I will reply back to you. So, just take your shock cap, screw it back on. Make sure it's tight. Take your little ring, push it on. Hopefully you guys can see this well. Take your spring, pull it down. Like I said, this is probably the hardest part with this thing. And just, gosh, it's really, really hard. Takes a lot of strength in the hand too. I don't have that much strength in my hands. There we go, finally. And that's it, guys. So like I said, if you have any questions, please leave them in the description below. I'll answer them as soon as I get them. And foam really, really helps out. And so does this pan, because you can save your oil. Like, I'm going to take some of that oil and I'm going to dump it back into this bottle. There's nothing wrong with that oil. But please rate, comment, and subscribe. Alright guys, later.